Alright everybody, we're multitasking here today with Laura. We're waiting for the soup to cook down. She's like, you know what, I'm going to make a pie. So it's like, why not? And so we're going to
get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
Business as usual tomorrow. What do you got on the go?
I'm doing a blueberry crumble pie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This one goes out to my buddy Big Red EDC on YouTube. This one's for you, just to drive you a little nuts at nighttime when you're watching the video. So.
Yeah. So I got my pie shell rolled out, right? And I use a deep dish pie shell. I like the look of the nice stick, right? I feel like people are getting more value for their dollar when they're getting a nice
they are.
steak,
They get
right?
more berries.
More honey, more berries, more crumble on top, right? So in the pot, I got cooking 6 cups of frozen blueberries. I froze my blueberries, so I want to get the moisture out, and I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar, just white granulated sugar.
Now, I'm looking at these berries you got here.
Yeah.
They're a large blueberry.
Yeah, and they're local, these ones.
They're really good.
Yeah,
and I find they're usually sweeter than this one.
Yeah, oh, definitely sweeter, right? Sometimes I get the Saskatoon berry, and those are a little bit more sour and smaller.
A little more tart. Yeah. These look good already.
Oh, I know. This is a really easy pie to make, right? Once you got everything prepared, your dough is rolled out, and then the crumble is really easy. It's a half a cup of sugar, half a cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of butter, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt in there, and just put it on top.
That's for the crumble.
For the crumble, that's what we're going to do next. It's a very simple pie dough. It's so easy. I use flour, salt, sugar, and butter, and water.
And you know what? I have to admit it. Like, doing good pastry is an art, and for the time and effort you put into it, if you're not proficient at it, Tender Flake makes those ones you buy frozen.
Exactly.
And they're great.
If you don't have time to make your own pie, don't go buy a pie shell.
Yeah, 2 of them for like $5 or whatever.
Exactly. Just gonna turn that up for a minute, get rid of the moisture.
Well, this cooks. We'll come back in a minute and we'll show you some more. Okay, so we got the berries on cooking here.
Yeah, we got them cooking, and it's a good time to add our cornstarch. So what I've done 4 tablespoons of cornstarch with warm water, and I whisked it with a fork to fill up to 1 cup.
Okay.
Okay, and that's for 6 cups of blueberries, and that should thicken up the blueberries, right? Because you don't want a runny pie.
Now, do you have to bring it to kind of like a boil with the starch?
We're gonna bring it to a boil, and in about 5 minutes it'll be ready. But before I put the crumble on top of the blueberries, I like to make sure it's cooled a little bit.
Congealed as well,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Or else the crumble's just going to kind of fall
Soak
to
in.
the middle of the pie,
Yeah.
right? Which is fine, but you want the blueberries. You don't want all that topping. So we're going to let that boil and thicken up.
Okay, right back to our blueberries that are, you can see them starting to boil.
And they got that nice glossy pie looking filling, right?
Yeah.
So that was 6 cups of blueberries, and we did 4 tablespoons of cornstarch in a measuring cup of 1 cup, and then we used a fork with warm water, right?
Okay.
And brought the water up to 1 cup. And that every time you should get a nice pie filling like that. Right? And if you have a smaller pie shell, just put that pie filling left over. You don't want to overtop your pie, but put the rest of the pie filling in your fridge. You can use it as a topping on pancakes, waffles.
It would never survive. It would go right, what's left over, it goes right into a bowl and into me.
Exactly. So you know what? That's ready.
That does look ready.
That looks good. We're going to shut that off. Now we're going to make the crumble.
Okay.
Okay, so we got over here half a cup of flour, half a cup of white sugar, a sprinkle of salt, like a 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I got a 1/4 cup of butter.
Okay.
Okay, and we're gonna put that on, mash it up, get it crumbly, and we're gonna put that on top of the pie, and we're gonna bake it at 350, and I start at 35 minutes, and I like to overdo my pie sometimes. I always feel like, oh, it's not done, like the pie on the crust on the bottom.
Right.
So I always give it that extra 5 to 8 minutes
Just
in the oven, just to rotate the pie and just to make sure it's
And I
all
noticed
even.
that's something that you do in your cooking. I noticed when we did the banana bread and the scones, that you take the tray out and you rotate it.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it's even, eh?
Even baking.
Very cool.
So that's it. And there's the crumble.
Looks good.
Yeah. And if you want more, if you want to add a brown sugar to your crumble to get more of that crunchy, you can do that too. Yeah.
I love that
you can add
see the butter.
cinnamon. Yeah, you can put cinnamon in there if you want to make if you're making apple crumble pie, and you can put cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger. Oh yeah, fall baking is upon us, right?
Yes, it is.
So that's it. We're gonna let this cool for a couple more minutes before we put the crumble on there, okay?
Yep.
I just
All right, Laura, so now we're going to put the berries into the pie shell.
In the pie shell, we're gonna pour it in. Should be level to the top there, and enough room for our crumble. Okay.
That looks great.
Yeah. Okay. Now we got our crumble here. Just layer it on top.
Do you ever, with your crumbles, do you ever sprinkle a little bit of sugar on the top?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Sugar, but I have sugar on here already, right?
Oh, you do? Okay.
So there's half a cup of sugar in here.
In the mix?
In the mix.
Oh, okay.
I make a sour cherry almond pie, so I'll put like half a cup of slivered almonds and the crumble on top and mix it in with the flour and sugar. Right? There's a lot of ways to make crumble. I'll put all your favorite flavors in there.
You know, it's.
That's it.
We were saying earlier that it feels like fall time.
I know.
And you look outside, and a little change in the weather the last couple of days, and it's just like now I'm craving pumpkin pie.
Pie. Okay, now
Awesome.
we're gonna put it in the oven.
All right.
350 for about 35 minutes to start.
All right. We'll come back and check in a bit. All right, Laura. So we're checking on that pie. How is it looking for you?
Oh, looks good. Not ready yet, though.
No. How much
No,
longer?
I think I'm gonna give it 8 more minutes.
8 more minutes. All right.
I want a little bit more gold in there.
All
Just
right.
want to make sure that dough is cooked properly and the crumble is nice and brown.
Sounds good. So the timer's gone off. We've done, what was it, an extra 6 or 8 minutes?
8 minutes.
8 minutes? That looks good.
Yeah, it's all ready.
Right on.
Blueberry crumble pie.
For the lucky customers tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome, Laura. Thank you.
Thank you.